In this video, we will discuss how to determine coefficient of consolidation C nu. The first method is logarithm time method. The second method is square root of time method, and third one is Suess maximum slope method. So coming to first method, which is logarithm of time method. This method is proposed by Casagrande and Fadum. Here you take time on log scale and dial gauge readings as shown. After plotting dial readings against time on semi-log graph paper, consider 2 points P and Q, and corresponding time readings for P and Q are T1 and T2 respectively. T1 and T2 should be related as T2 equal to 4 times of T1. So from this relation we plot points P and Q on the consolidation curve. If the difference of dial readings between points P and Q is x, locate another point R which is at a distance x above point P. Now draw a horizontal line RS. The dial readings corresponding to this line RS is D0, which corresponds to 0% consolidation. If we project the straight line portions of primary consolidation and secondary consolidation and suppose them to meet at point T, the dial reading corresponding to T is D100, that is 100% primary consolidation. Now locate point V on the consolidation curve with D50 dial gauge reading, which is obtained from the average of D0 plus D100. The time corresponding to point V is T50, that is time for 50% consolidation. Now find C nu from the equation time factor equal to C nu into T by H square. So from this relation we obtain coefficient of consolidation equal to time factor into T by H square. For 50% degree of consolidation, the time factor value is 0.197. So the time factor value is obtained from time factor equal to pi by 4 into u% divided by 100 whole square, which is equal to 3.14 divided by 4 into 50 by 100 whole square. So that is 0.197. for u equal to 0 to 60%, we take time factor as pi by 4 into u percentage divided by 100 whole square. If degree of consolidation is greater than 60%, the time factor equal to 1.781 minus 0.933 into log of 100 minus degree of consolidation, that is u percentage. So here we have considered for 60 u greater than 60%, the degree of consolidation greater than 60%. So from equation, coefficient of consolidation equal to time factor into h square by t. Here coefficient of consolidation is 0.197 h square by t50. This 0.197 is for degree of consolidation 50%, and this t50 I'll obtain from the graph, the corresponding time reading for point V. In this way we calculate coefficient of consolidation for logarithm of time method. Coming to second method, square root of time method. This method is proposed by Taylor. In this method we consider square root of time readings and dial gauge readings as shown. Now draw a tangent PQ to the early portion of the plot. Now draw another line PR such that OR is equal to 1.15 times OQ. Now take point S, which is the intersection of PR and the consolidation curve, and the x coordinate of S is nothing but square root of T90, that is square root of time for 90% consolidation. From equation, coefficient of consolidation equal to time factor into h square by t, we get coefficient of consolidation as 0.848 into h square divided by t90. Here we have considered degree of consolidation as 90%, which is greater than 60%. So time factor is 1.781 minus 0.933 into log of 100 minus 90. That comes to be 1.781 minus 0.933, so which is 0.848. So my coefficient of consolidation here is 0.848 into h square by t90. So coming to the third method, Sue's maximum slope method. So here plot the dial readings against time on semilog graph paper as shown. Now determine D0 in the same manner as in the case of logarithm of time method. Now draw a tangent PQ to the steepest part of the consolidation curve. Now calculate h, which is the slope of the tangent PQ, and find du, which is equal to d naught plus h divided by 0.688 into average degree of consolidation. So where du is the dial reading corresponding to any given average degree of consolidation. Now from equation of coefficient consolidation, C nu equal to time factor into h square divided by t, we can calculate coefficient of consolidation. And one drawback for Suess method is it is more applicable for consolidation curves that do not exhibit the typical S shape. So in this way we can calculate coefficient of consolidation.